levity. We'll say that. He has the ability, to disarm people because of his approach to whatever the problem or situation may be. Whenever you're talking to George, he has a way, to get you to just let your guard down and listen to what he's saying and hear his message. And I think that's huge when you're trying to lead a group of guys, especially being a newer guy. But he's intelligent, he's trustworthy, and he competes his tail off. So people respect him because of those things, and they listen to him because of the things that he's been through and how he's made it.
You mentioned him being a newer guy. How do you handle that as a coach when it comes to empowering some of these newer guys when they come to a place where there are already some pretty established guys?
Well, you got to do your research, and I think that's most important. Is you have to talk to people who have been around these guys, and people that you trust that are going to be honest with you, and then you make your decisions based on that. And then as you continue to get to know them, then you allow them to expand their voice. George came here, and I talked to some people who know him extremely well and spent a bunch of time with him who I trust, and they told me what type of person he was. So not just as a player do we want people to feel confident being the best version of themselves, but as a person as well. So when George came here, we didn't put any restraints on him because of his reputation, his history, and what people have said about him that I've worked with him in the past.
Thank you. Anything from the guys that just arrived?
Yeah, sorry, forgive me if you already got a De'Aaron question, but just how dynamic is he? And I asked Mike a minute ago about the possibility of him maybe one day being considered in the category of like elite MVP type candidates. Is that something you could see for him down the road?
Yeah, he's a game changer. I think not just the tempo alone, but his ability to get in the paint and make everybody better from there. I guess all these guys, the league is blessed to be in the position they're in. Like you go through, the point guards and the guards that are in this league, and the amount of talent that's there, the way that the game is being played with the space on the floor to give those guys opportunity to do their thing. But there's no reason why he can't ascend to that. Again, you watch and you listen to his teammates and you listen to his coaches, and the MVP to me is more than just about your play on the court. The MVP is also about how you make your teammates feel, how you bear the burden of the load and the responsibility to make everybody around you better. And the only thing that I've ever seen or heard about De'Aaron is extremely positive things about that as well. So, hats off to guys like that. Like you appreciate that and respect that in the game of basketball. Like people who work, who care about the game, who pass the game on. And De'Aaron seems to be one of those guys.
Okay.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.